Good morning, everybody. So I was gonna do a video on papayas, and I have some papaya seeds that I got from a papaya from the store. I was gonna plant it, do a video on it, and then someone took my sticker away from where I had stuck it to show you guys if the papaya was genetically modified or not, because I was not gonna grow a genetically modified papaya. With that being said, I can't find my sticker. So we're gonna go to the grocery store and we are going to get, or at least take a picture of the papaya that I bought so that we can get an idea of whether this papaya was non-GMO or not. If it's non-GMO, we're gonna plant it. If it's GMO, we are not gonna plant it. But I wanna take you guys with me so that we can look at what to look for so you know if your veggies or fruits or whatever are GMO or not. All right, here we go. Okay guys, we are on our way to the grocery store. Reason being is because I feel that if I planted a seed that was a GMO seed, okay, which was created specifically to handle, let's say things like Roundup, okay, and I'm not putting those things on it, I don't know what else they've done with that seed. I know that Hawaii has a really huge issue of, so who was it that happened in Hawaii? There's an article that I read. If I find that article, I'm gonna leave it down below. But in Hawaii, the papaya situation was that they were, getting diseased and they were losing the crop, and basically they just weren't making, I guess, money off of the papayas that they had. So, and it wasn't like a Monsanto thing that came in and did that. It was actually maybe a doctor or something. No, I'm not gonna say a doctor. Some scientist guy. And he started to develop a genetically modified papaya seed that would be, fungus resistant and things like that. And all those things do sound good, right? I mean, they do. I mean, if you could have a plant that is gonna be resistant to those things, that'd be great. But I also feel like there's, natural selection, and, the toughest are the ones that survive. And that's sometimes really how we do things around here, where, even when you're thinning out plants or stuff like that, I could plant 100 papayas. That doesn't mean that out of those 100, they're all going to survive or they're all going to make it or whatever. I got to get the best of the best. So my opinion on GMOs is that I feel that when it's maybe a scientist or something, I kind of feel that they're trying to do the better good, if that makes sense, usually. But I also feel that corporations like Monsanto are not out for the interest of the public. We don't have enough studies done on GMO seeds or foods or whatever to really say, hey, 20 years from now, these people who ate all these papayas or the whatever you want that was genetically modified, they developed, this many things, or vice versa. And honestly, we have so many things stacked against us. And I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but we really do. With different things like, 5G and our food and the additives, whether they're artificial or even natural additives. The word natural doesn't really mean that it's good for you, it just means it came naturally derived. I digress. Anyways, my point is that I don't want to plant these papaya seeds if they were GMO. Now, the only reason I didn't know was because I did a grocery pickup order last week. So if I would have been at the store, I would have obviously looked at the numbers next to the barcode, and I would have been able to see, okay, is this genetically modified or not? And the truth is that the label will tell you. And I'm going to teach you guys right now how to figure that out. So we're driving, we're on our way. Closest grocery store right now is, well, not the closest, most convenient, and the one where I got the papaya is going to be Walmart. So that's where we're headed to right now to get, well, I'm not going to get the papaya, but I'm going to figure out whether it's genetically modified or not. And if it is, I'm not going to plant it. Reason being is I don't know how that's going to react. If there's other people locally growing papayas that are from seed or from a place, and maybe they're organic or haven't been tampered with, they're a non-GMO. I don't think that I would want to do that. Now, I used to have papaya trees. I had 3 different trees that were really prolific, and I grew 2 of them from seed. And in that time, I didn't remember whether they were GMO or not, because I don't think I even knew about this. But another one was gifted from a friend. That one didn't make it through one of the cold snaps that we had here because it was pretty tall. But I want to get back to it. Reason being is papayas are an excellent source of vitamin C. Now, you can either like papayas or hate papayas. And in my honest opinion, I hate papayas. I hate the smell. I don't know why. They smell like butt to me. Like, they're just gross. I don't know why. I don't like them. I could probably have a papaya shake, and if it's mixed with something, I may drink it. But really, I don't like papayas. So why grow them? Well, a few different reasons on why to grow papayas. Apart from that, they're an excellent source of vitamin C and other vitamins and stuff like that. I'll try to put down the benefits down below. Is that their seeds are great for getting rid of parasites. And I have tons of animals, and if I could grow something that will help me bring down the cost of the things that I use, on my animals, that's going to be great. And not only the cost, but if they're high in vitamin C, okay, then the animals, let's say the goats or the chickens, that's going to help their bodies, right? It's going to help their bodies become stronger and able to defeat, any big worm loads or anything like that. And the goats love them. The goats absolutely love papayas. The chickens also love papayas. They'll eat anything. So no big deal on that end. But it's so easy to grow papayas. I literally just grew mine and fertilized occasionally. She had constant supply of water, and literally it was just papaya after papaya after papaya. So I'm doing it for the animals. Now, my husband also likes papayas. He has tummy aches sometimes, and I buy him those chewable papaya enzymes or whatnot. And it may help, it may not help, but I feel that maybe a good fresh fruit that's good for those things will be a blessing. So here we go. Let's go get ourselves a papaya. We have arrived.
Why don't you show your face?
Okay. We're looking for papayas. What is this?
That's an avocado.
You're an avocado.
Avocados.
Yeah. Okay, we've got potatoes, sweet potatoes, squashes, spaghetti squashes.
I can feel.
Where in the haystacks are
My leg hairs are standing.
your leg hairs? Where are the papayas? Okay, hold on.
Apple, pears, apples, pears.
Okay, let's see in the organic aisle.
Maybe they don't have papayas.
I just bought a papaya last week.
Yeah, but
We're having difficulty looking for or finding papayas. Okay.
it's so cold.
Okay. Well, those are great.
Is that a papaya?
Yeah, that's not the one I got though. Okay. Well, it could be, believe it or not. Actually, it did look like this, if I'm not mistaken. The one that I got was different though. It was like yellow. Yeah. Yeah, so this is interesting because this says wash and disinfect before consuming. Here we go. Okay, so I'm pretty upset. The papaya that I had was genetically modified. I'm really bummed about that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says to wash and disinfect before eating or using. Go put that papaya back so that you're gonna have to wash your hands. Anyway, so I'm kind of bummed about that, but I should have known better because I did remember seeing that on the sticker. So let's see. Okay guys, so we're back. And of course, super disappointed about the stupid papaya. My papaya did look different than the ones that were in the store. Mine was like big around. This one was more like a oblong in shape. But still, it had the same sticker that I honestly remember it saying those same things. And I understand washing your fruit. I mean, here, usually if it's on the vine, we just pick it off and eat it. But even so, we usually rinse things off. But to say that you have to wash and like disinfect your fruit, that to me was just a little weird. Actually, not a little, it was very weird. Even if we disinfect this papaya that's been genetically modified, we still don't know, like, I mean, think about it. You're spraying these chemicals on top of it, whether it's herbicides, fungicides, pesticides. It goes within that cell membrane of the wall, you know? So basically, the seeds that I collected, which are right here, are a total loss. I'm kind of upset about that, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. The reason I'm not going to plant it is, like I said before, I don't know what that does. I think it definitely there's a loss of biodiversity, and also, you know, I'm planting something that could be completely, you know, creating a different type of virus or disease for, you know, the papayas out here. So I'm not going to do it. So they're just going to get chucked. I don't know, down the toilet or something. But I still want to tell you guys how easy it is to get these, clean them up, and plant them. So pretend that these are not a total loss, okay? I'm on a mission right now. I gotta find some organic or at least non-GMO papayas so we can grow our own papaya trees. What I do with them is I notice that the longer you keep your seeds, like if you dry them or whatever, I think the less rate of germination there is. That's just from my past experience with papaya seeds, because I took a papaya once, saved all my seeds, and I kept it for the right time to plant it, and unfortunately they really didn't make it. I think maybe one grew and then kind of died off. So I feel that the more recent, the fresher you go ahead and plant them, the better. What I did last time to get, and I almost got like 100% germination rate, was I put all my seeds after, you know, taking them out of the papaya. So basically you get yourself a good papaya. You cut it halfway and you scoop out all those weird looking seeds. And they are weird. They're kind of cool and weird. It's hard for me to show you my camera broke on the other end, so I can only do it this way. But let me see if I can. Let's find out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're coated in a jelly-like substance, if that makes any sense. And inside is like a hard, kind of rough type of seed. So what I do is I put them into a cup, or like this right now, like a measuring cup of hydrogen peroxide. And I find that the hydrogen peroxide kind of penetrates that little jelly cell membrane and kind of helps me to get that seed ready for planting. This is just what I did. I don't know if there's any truth behind that or not. I read it years ago. I did it. It worked. Whatever. So put them in hydrogen peroxide for a few hours. You could probably even soak them overnight, and then just directly plant them into your cell trays or whatever. I'm bummed because I I had my bootstrap farmer tray that I was going to use, and I was finally going to use my see-through pots that I can't use right now. But regardless, I'll show them to you guys if I can get them out of here. So super cute, see-through-ish, opaque-ish. Honestly, I can't wait to use them. All right, guys, I'm sorry that it was a total failure with the papayas, but now I'm intrigued, and now I have to find myself a papaya. So if any of you guys know where I can find a non-GMO or organic papaya, that'd be great. Rule of thumb, guys, whenever you see organic, it really already means that it's non-GMO. Okay, now, but when you see non-GMO, that doesn't mean that it's organic. It just means that it hasn't been bioengineered. So anyways, okay, that's all I got. No papayas, no good papaya seeds, nothing to show except for the experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys some pictures of the papayas that I've had, and you know what they look like and all that good jazz. And also I'm gonna leave a link to how to identify whether the numbers on the stickers of the papayas are GMO or non-GMO. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and God bless. Okay, here we go. Here's an example of the code. Now, again, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but I found this online. I'm sure there's going to be different code variations, all that jazz. But this one states that if it has 5 digits and it starts with a 9, that it's organic. Okay? 5 digits that starts with an 8 means GMO, genetically engineered. And 4 digits are just conventionally grown, containing pesticides. Now, the one that I had was different. It had way more numbers, but it was definitely GMO. So some of the things that are bioengineered in foods are alfalfa, some apples, canola oil, corn, cotton, eggplants, obviously papayas, pineapples, potatoes, salmon, soybeans, squash, and of course, sugar beets. Okay, so you're going to find that a lot of things have been, bioengineered just to be able to produce it for the masses. So that's just kind of a heads up on some of the foods that may be genetically modified that you can watch out for. Not to be afraid of it, just to keep your eye open and make sure that you support the right causes, if that's something that's important to you. On a lighter note, I want to show you guys these awesome papaya trees that we grew from seed, and some were also gifted. That one was from seed, and it was one of my most prized accomplishments in the garden. Look at that. She grew sideways. I'm not sure why, but that's just how she grew. Big trunk. It was super cool. The flowers were beautiful. Tons of pollinators and little critters. This one was given as a gift, and it was small, but eventually, as you can see back there, it was huge. And if you guys know my Johnny, he's a climber, and I may add a very good one at that. So think about it. Papayas are pretty easy to grow if you have a little ground space for them. It gives you food for yourself if you like them, your animals, even composting, even for just kind of sharing the seeds. I don't know, I think it's a beautiful tree. This one we had to stake during a hurricane, and unfortunately we kept it alive for a while, but it didn't make it. Those are all the papayas that it dropped. And once we moved it, I went ahead and I kept the roots, because I know you can make tinctures out of it. I have the roots right now, have not turned it into a tincture, but house with bellies. All right, guys, thanks for watching. God bless you, and get your hands dirty in the garden. Bye.